Chapter 3. Which way? There was no time for crying. Dad was hurt, bad, and we need to get help. We were just two kids, a long way from anywhere. We needed help fast. Get the cell phone, I shouted to Timmy. I kept the bandage on Dad's head. The worst bleeding had almost stopped. Timmy opened up 2 packs, then found the phone. He pushed the power button, then waited. Nothing, he said. Let me try, I said. I pushed the power button again and still got nothing. Dad had forgotten to charge the phone. Okay, so we've got to paddle back, I said. It took us a day to get here. It'll take us a day to get back. A day when Dad paddled. Not just us, Timmy said. I could tell he was about to cry again. Would you stop? I shouted. We're going to get some help. We might even find somebody to help on the way. Yeah, I guess, Timmy sniffled. And the bleeding has stopped, I said. That's a little good news. I'm going to tie a bandage around his head. You empty out the middle of the canoe. We're going to need room to get him in. Timmy went over to the canoe and began pulling stuff out. If we got back in a day, we wouldn't need a tent. We wouldn't need all our food. We wouldn't need the little stove. We wouldn't need the barrel with books and games. The less stuff we had, the easier it would be to paddle. Ditch the tent, I told him, and half the food. Then spread a sleeping bag out for Dad, right in the middle. In no time, the canoe was ready. Timmy came over and took Dad's legs. I grabbed him under the arms, then we dragged him to the canoe and tried to lift him in. No luck. Dad was heavy. Okay, you get in the water and tip the canoe, I said. I'll kind of roll Dad in. This plan worked. We covered Dad with another sleeping bag to keep him warm. Isn't that the first rule of first aid? Keep the victim warm.
Excuse this interruption. Can we have the following 8th grade students report to the art room?
Now, what was the second
Kim
rule?
Hall,
Okay, you get in front, I told my brother. I'll paddle in the back. The stronger paddler gets the back. Usually that's Dad, but now it was me.
Haley Bramble,
We pushed out into the lake. In no time, we could feel the breeze and the current.
Thank you.
Which way? Timmy asked. The way we came, I said. Which way? Which way did we come? I looked at the trees and the shore. We had just come here yesterday, but now it all looked strange. We had come at sundown. Now it was morning and the sky was gray. All I could see was the pile of stuff we left on the shore. Wait, I shouted. I went into Dad's pack and found a map and a compass. That was good, but nothing on the map made sense. That was bad. There were all these lakes, all these lines on the paper. And what do you do with a compass? Which way? Timmy shouted. Let me think, I said. We were drifting with the wind and the current. Was that good? Was the current with us yesterday? I put the compass on the map. Then I set it up so the N lined up with the big pointer. Up north, there was only the Churchill River, but south of us was the town of Pine House. We knew there'd be help in the town. All we had to do was follow the edge of the lake. The town couldn't be more than 5 or 10 kilometers away. We should be there in a couple of hours. Stay by the shore, I shouted. Aim towards those rocks, then keep going. So we started paddling. When Dad was with us, paddling was easy. He did most of the work. Timmy and I would just trade off up in the front. The front wasn't so bad, really. You just have to paddle so the canoe goes straight. But the guy in back has to work. I paddled on my right side, then switched to my left. In an hour, I was aching. In 2 hours, I was ready to quit. Timmy was worse. I think he was crying for the last half hour. Okay, steer to the shore, I said. We'll take a break. When we got close, Timmy jumped out to pull us in. The water was deeper than we thought, and he got soaked. Still, it felt good to be on dry land. Cookies, Tommy wailed. I need cookies. But cookies wouldn't do much for strength. I found some power bars, and we ate those. Then I let Timmy have 2 cookies. I told him we had to save the rest, just in case. Dad's head was all swollen under the bandage. His forehead had turned an awful purple around the cut. From the way his leg in the canoe, lay in the canoe, maybe it was broken too. He needed help and fast, but the cell phone didn't work, and there was nobody in sight, nobody at all. Okay, let's keep going, I said. Timmy said nothing. I knew his arms were aching too, but we had no choice. We couldn't just sit out there and wait, so we paddled. When we stopped for lunch, my hands were raw. I wrapped some bandages around them so I could keep on paddling. Are you real sure we're going the right way? Timmy asked. Sure, I'm sure, I lied. We're just not going as fast as we can, or fast as we came, that's all. The wind is against us, so it's the current. We just have to keep on paddling. But we'll get back by dark, right? Timmy asked. Yeah, for sure, I lied. We'll find help before the sun sets.